It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. And it's coming up next.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Jack Fox has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll set up to throw. Pressure too strong. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. It's fielded at the 45. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta taking it in. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side complete to Lockett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Metcalf motions left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you weren't trying to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or slug packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, they'll throw. Complete to Wright. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man right side of St. Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery, a 5-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have any options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. Pretty decent gain.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. They'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Walker with another carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. This complete to Lockett. And Wack going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll get this down inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But then proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He finds Smith and Jigma. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, a 22.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up first and goal.
Here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal. He'll look to throw. Steps away. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and goal. Back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connections protection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is going to have the Lions first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Montgomery on the counter. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
And there's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds there to make the grab. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great work, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now as they line up and kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow he will muscle his way open and catch the ball.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. David Montgomery and the Lions about set to begin this next series. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, a Lion 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And now lined up, moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. Badgley's kick is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf. And a first down to boot.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And some room to work. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to Walker on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
2nd and 11. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd down and 6 now. They'll set up a throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Second down and 6 now from the 26. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Lockett. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 78 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
St. Brown in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That is caught. That'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Back to throw again. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown Lions.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And running with power here. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. And we all know how talented this guy is who's called the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now this one complete on the slant route. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. And then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. David Montgomery and the Lions about set to begin this next series. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 91 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This to Laporta, right side. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds Smith and Jigba. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard. That deficit probably a little too much to overcome. But completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll look to throw again. Short throw to Disley. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
2nd and 6 at the Lions' 38-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. 2nd and 6. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here come the Lions now. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, you're trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So
taking it right down Broadway. DK Metcalf, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 84 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Khalif Raymond now. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Gibbs straight ahead. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the gun, it's Walker. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Oh, and it's a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Out of the gun now on third down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance,